Now the Citroën BX is in the garage and we will start fixing it.
How dare you stand where he stood?
This window doesn't go down properly, it's not properly attached to like the mechanism. That one over there does work, so we're gonna try and make this one work as well. Unlike the Sunny, this has this like sound dampening anti-dust stuff here, which I guess the Sunny also had slightly, but most of it was gone. And also there's a very little holes to access anything. You've got this hole, this hole, this hole, and this hole. Before the Sunny you could literally access everything here, but this is all just full metal. The holder for this is a bit rusty, and like the glass wasn't actually in the holder, it was just kind of on top of the holder, so it would move up, but it would shift around and then it would get stuck behind things, which is not good. And now we're going to try and secure it to the holder using basically glue. Okay, so it turned out that it wasn't super hard, we just glued it in there. Then we had some difficulties with that this didn't want to go in this part, and this didn't want to go in this groove here, and it didn't want to sit. But now we've got it in both and it opens pretty good. We're going to let it dry with the glue, and then we're going to put everything back together, and hopefully it will be really good. If that is the case, then literally the only thing wrong with this car, which was not a very expensive, which only cost me $525, which is not a lot, definitely not for a BX with this amount of kilometers, then the only thing wrong is one little like pumpy thing down there somewhere. Moment of truth. And that's all closed. And we can go the other way. And it's dead again. It broke again. It's not good. It's not good at all. Apparently, I forgot to read the glue stuff. It has to dry 24 hours minimum. So we had to re-glue it. Now it's stuck in here. I'm not going to touch this. Instead I'm going to watch Martijn and Vincent and Matthijs get absolutely wasted. And then tomorrow I'll come back and we'll get started again. The nozzle that was on here was having a little trouble spraying. We believe that it's probably clogged, because as you just saw, this pipe is still jizzing pretty good all over my nice little parcel shelf. But yeah, we're now going to just try and smack a hole in it, and hopefully it will work after that. Despite this up and down system being really cool, there is a problem with it. It's not working 100%. We're losing fluid. There's a leak somewhere. We believe it's like right behind the firewall over there. And the bad thing is, in this car, for some inexplicable reason, they link the hydraulic suspension to the brakes. So when the hydraulic suspension doesn't work, the brakes doesn't work, and that's why the brakes feel really spongy in this car. They just brake really bad. Before we drove away, we noticed that this pipe was not attached, so I came up with the brilliant idea of using this random pipe I found in the Astra to basically make a connection between the remainder of this pipe and this pipe. However, it appears that the leak is back there, so that didn't help at all. But hopefully we can fix it, and then that's literally the only thing that needs to be fixed in this car. And maybe the starter engine, like a new battery, and then it's set to go. We give it a clean, we give it a wax, and supposedly, according to my dad, it will then be worth like €1,000. And we bought it for $550. I doubt that our luck is that good, but hey, maybe it will be. But at least it's in very nice condition. Like, the interior is very nice. There's no rust spots. Well, there's some rust spots, but nowhere on Sunny levels of rust. And it's just a bit dirty. It just needs to be clean. A nice wax. Clean out the interior. Fix that door over there, and I think it's set to go. The BX has the power to go up, and then we can just put these underneath, and then we'll just lower the suspension again, and it will be all good.
So that was a fucking lie.
That instead of pushing upwards against the car, pushes downwards against the ground, and then attaches to the car. We've lost almost all of the liquid. As you can see, this is completely a sticky mess, so we think It's probably one of these 4 cables here. We cleaned off all the pipes and see now here is greenish, like liquid is the hydraulic fluid, and it's coming from over here. It's just coming down and then it's collecting here, and then it's gonna drip on my lamp, so I'm gonna move it again. As you can see, we removed the jacks from one side and now the BX is making a banking maneuver and tipped completely sideways on this side. So this special jack needs to be not under load to be removed, and to do that the BX needs to be in its highest mode, but to do that we need to start the engine, and to do that we need to have a working battery, and we don't have that. Now we're pulling a sneaky and stealing the battery from the Twingo. Yeah, it turns out the Twingo is designed so that it's very difficult to steal the battery, but we do have the key, so we're just gonna try and do a jump start with the Twingo. It's alive! Whoa! Speed and power! It's going up! So we're in here in the Citroën going up and down while keeping the engine running, with the exhaust pointed to the back of my garage. So basically I'm just here committing suicide by car, you know? It's great. Top tier. But it works, the system works very well, which is nice. So we bled the brake system for the BX because we replaced the Octopus, but on closing the brake valves we kind of broke one off. So hopefully no one will need to bleed the brakes anytime soon, because else, yeah, there's going to be a bit of a problem. Since the BX kept not wanting to start, we replaced the battery with this boy. This is a brand new battery for the BX, and it's going to work great now. Now that is what I call progress. This is just an wheel. We didn't do anything to it. And that one, we removed all the plastic. We polished it up with a little bit of oil and a little bit of like a, I don't know, a rag basically, yeah. Just polished it up. In the top right hand corner you can see the video on where I tell you how to polish up your little metal trim. These are nice shiny lightweight aluminum wheels, official BX racing wheels. So yeah, I think they look really nice, all spruced up like that. So today we're going to be cleaning the BX, and we're going to start with the engine bay. Hopefully make this all nice and white again, and yeah, we're going to remove the battery first because we don't want to get electrocuted. We're now waxing the BX so that it looks nice and shiny, like on the roof over here. And there you can see some wax, and yeah, there's some more wax, and I gotta wax it off.
Wax on, wax off.
We finished waxing him off and he looks super shiny now, so all that's left is to vacuum out the interior and maybe clean some of the dusty parts of the plastic. But the interior is in really good shape, so there shouldn't be that much. Town where I live near to is very Christian, so all the fueling stations are closed on Sunday. Really? But yes, it's very sad. But if you look here, I have never fueled this car. It has been forever between these two little lights, and sometimes the light goes on of you have almost no fuel left, and then after a couple of minutes it decides nah, and it turns back on. It turned on when I left, it turned on when I was driving down the street over here, and a little while on the highway, but then it was like, nah, actually never mind, just sitting like. So we thought the BX was ready for sale, but then this window died again. It's because this sticker was on there and they didn't stick it on properly, so it had like this little part at the back which kept catching here, which meant the front part of the window went down and the back part didn't go down, and then the window got loose and it shifted and all kinds of horrible things. Plus they gave us an extra one of these door rubbers, so we're probably going to replace this one over here, because why not, we got an extra one. Also it has a big tear here. Okay, so this window system has been drying for a little over 24 hours, and now we're gonna test it out. We're just gonna rotate this handle, and it seems to be coming down pretty well, be pretty solid, and then back up. Maybe it needs to be oiled a little bit, the mechanism, but It definitely works. Okay, so we're finally done with the BX, and I was supposed to be at a party about an hour ago, so I'm finally gonna leave. It's perfect timing. Love having a project car. Well guys, that was it for this video, and for the BX as a whole actually, I sold it recently for 1,500 euros, which is quite a bit more than the 1,000 euros I was hoping for. So that's nice, a little bit of profit, you know, and also it was just a way better car than the Sunny. I mean, I can't believe I got that for 525 and sold the Sunny for 700. But yeah, anyway, now it's time to use the money to find something new and interesting.